Spend the day with me as a full-time content creator. I quit my job at the end of last year to go full-time, and this is what a normal day looks like for me now. I'm not a gym girly, so I often do a little workout at home, and I quite often do a dance workout, and it had to be a Bad Bunny one because, I mean, it's the year of Bad Bunny. Hey. I really recommend Dance Workouts by Grow with Job. It just gets my day going in such a fun, positive way. I love it. I got a quick wash on, and then because it's such a beautiful day, I just decided to whack my jacket on and head straight out for a walk. I like to make the most of when it's sunny in the morning because I feel like British weather just takes a turn afterwards.
I just saw what I thought was horse and carriage. I was going to take a video for you guys, and then I realised it was for a coffin, so I thought that'd be inappropriate.
Also on this walk, I decided to take my earphones out and just listen to the sound of the birds, the trees, the wind. Just sometimes nice to take a break from any kind of input. Came home, had a much needed shower, and then got dressed, popped on my favourite butter yellow cardigan, and safe to say I'm sick of winter clothing, so I'm trying to include any pops of colour that I can at the moment just to feel a bit more springy. Then I went on to make my morning cup of tea, and whilst it was brewing, it was then time for the changing of the guards. I put the dry washing away and hung out the load that I'd done that morning. I absolutely hate doing the washing, my least favourite job. Then on to some actual work. I was filming a recipe that day, and I basically have to shift everything over in the kitchen because this is the only part in the kitchen that gets any light and the only cutting space that I really have to work on. So I made a Turkish spinach mincemeat stew and sat and enjoyed this whilst watching a little bit of Below Deck. And if you've not watched Below Deck, you are missing out. The drama that unfolds is unbelievable. And if I'd known about the career path of becoming a stewardess on a yacht, I think at 18 I would have absolutely gone and done it. The tips are ridiculous. After questioning my life choices and the fact that I'm not on a yacht making £2,000 every single week, I sat down with my morning coffee and got on with some editing for the afternoon. After being sucked into editing for a few hours, I suddenly realised I needed to get ready, so I had a quick touch up, quick turnaround time and headed out the door. I don't know what it is about this long black coat, but when I have my music in my ears and I'm strutting down the Lizzie line, I just feel like I'm unstoppable. And although I'm happy to see spring, I'm sad that I'll be retiring this coat because it's my absolute favourite. Anyway, I was on my way to an early dinner. We were heading to Llama Inn, and it's this gorgeous rooftop restaurant, and I feel like this would be perfect in the sun, but unfortunately it got a little bit cloudy. Also, when I sat down and started chatting to the waiter, I realised that the whole time I had blood dripping down my lip whilst I was talking to them, so slightly embarrassed, but Ash arrived. So we started with some pisco sours, which had a great kick to them, and then some of their fresh, gorgeous oysters, and then this was actually a Peruvian restaurant, so we had some Peruvian fried starters, and they were delish. I'm going to dive deeper into this restaurant review at another point, but we had a great afternoon. We had a nice view of the city just before we left. From here we were headed to the George, which is a lovely little central pub. We were meeting up with a group that I randomly called the Scoffing Six because it can get a little bit lonely, you know, doing this solo. So I added 6 of us to a group chat that all do foodie content, and this was the best name that I could come up with. So yeah, we had a catch up over a few pints, and it was a lovely evening.
What in the game?